Cool. All right, Alex. Well, I appreciate you hopping on the call. Very quickly, do you mind just introducing yourself for people who do not know you?
Yep, Alex Pruitt out of Phoenix and Arizona native, Tucson, but moved to Phoenix back in 2018, 19. And we run a small team and been doing real estate for quite a while and team leader, but still in production. So in the trenches and yeah, Phoenix real estate.
Dude, that's awesome. Cool. So, if you guys don't know, I reached out to Alex about 10 days ago, ish, and I started a campaign for him. I sent him a couple different referrals before, but we really started cranking out these leads. And Alex, I mean, before we started, I guess what was like your lead flow before I actually started this campaign with you and your team?
Yeah, so we're a lot of self-generated. We're a listing heavy team. We have some lead flow. We have Opcity, HomeLight, a little bit of PPC, direct mail, social media. We're pretty well rounded, but we're not like super lead generating team. Not for any reason, but we're trying to be well rounded. So that's kind of our lead background prior to this on what we were currently doing is a little bit of everything. Trying to bring leads in, but not a huge volume of paid leads.
Gotcha. Cool. And so since I started the campaign 10 days ago, I actually just looked. We generated you 54 contacts. And it looks about you have, just looking at the pipeline, about 12 appointments set. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, definitely. Sounds about right. Yeah.
Cool. And just remind me, so we're at 3 signed listing agreements so far?
3, yep, 3 signed. I'm looking at it right. Yep, we got 3. Got Danielle, Nilda, and Glenn. I personally signed Glenn myself.
You're doing a good job. So cool. And then I did want to ask you, so out of these 54 leads, obviously, out of 10 days, 3 signed listing agreements, that's pretty impressive in my opinion. Out of these 54 leads, I guess over the next 12 months, how many do you expect to convert?
I would expect probably a 25 to 30% conversion ratio. So if we had 54, I would say 10 to 12 is a good metric to go for. Probably what's realistic is like 10 to 12 over the life cycle of another couple of like few months. That's kind of a good goal that you want. I think that's a metric that's in my head. 25% is like a minimum we want to be at. So
that's what you're trying to shoot for. Gotcha. Yeah, that's huge. And then I guess so in terms of like gross commission, what's like the average deal size? Is it like 500,000, 600,000?
Yeah, 500, 600 on these. These are like anywhere between 5 to 600. I can see you got 293, 683, 80 like land, 232, 760, 197. 735, kind of all over. Yeah, 500, 600 maybe average. There's kind of all over the place, but say 500.
Yeah. I was just calculating up, in the last 10 days of how much volume we'll be able to produce in the next 12 months. And it sounds like, $100,000, $120,000 in gross commission, which is
totally doable.
Yeah, which that's wild. Cool. And then I did want to pick your brain about, because you and your team have done a pretty phenomenal job of just, obviously converting these leads. I was going to ask what your process is for following up with these leads once I introduce them to you.
Yeah, I think obviously speed to lead, like you say on there, is important. And then number 2 is you got to give them what they want. They want an offer, right? You don't want to beat around the bush. So straight up, when they call, these are your leads where the call to action is you have a buyer. So we give them what they want. If they're called, they're like, yeah, where's the offer? Yep, we actually have a cash offer ready to go. We just have to walk the house to present it to you. So we don't beat around the bush. That diffuses them right away. Say, yeah, absolutely, we'll buy your house. We have an offer. In fact, it's sitting here on my desk. It's tentative though, because we haven't walked your house. We just need to do a 15 to 20-minute walkthrough of your property. At the time, we'll verify everything that we see online, the photos, make sure it's in good shape, and then we'll cover your cash offer, your net proceeds, and see if it works for you. And then the slide, the next part, the next statement I would say is, while we're there, would you like me to set aside another 10 to 15 minutes to make this maybe a 30-minute meeting? And while we're there, what I could do is, after we present the cash offer, if for any reason doesn't work for you. Maybe the proceeds aren't higher. Would you like me to show you kind of what went wrong with your listing before and how you could sell it on the open market again for top dollar pretty easily? Would that be helpful if I just showed you that? Took 15 minutes. So I already opened up the conversation to go retail, because you don't want to like bait and switch people. You don't want to present a cash offer and then out of the blue be like, oh, hey, I want to list it. So
Yeah.
we go in and we are cash buyers. We have institutional. If anybody's watching this call, you can use like Zoodealio, Easy Street Offers. You can just use cash offer platforms. And then we just go for the appointment. And if we don't book the appointment, right, we just put them on a follow-up, take good, clear notes, and keep trying to move them down the pipeline from contacted to appointment set, appointment complete, et cetera. So
Yeah. That's that's honestly, that was new information for me. And because obviously we're reaching out for an offer and saying, hey, we have a potential buyer for your home. And you really just lean into it. You say, we do, and you go through the entire appointment. Obviously, you can't give an offer straight out of the gate without seeing the condition of it. So that's cool. I appreciate you giving that intel and your early success so far. So
yeah, you can't like just go right into retail, because we all want to retail these, but you can't go right into it on the phone or in person unless you tee it up and you give yourself permission to do so. You got to like tee it up on the phone first. And that works great for people. Give them what they want. Ask them if they want a little bit of extra help while we're there. Spend an extra 15 minutes covering it. And then that's what you do.
yeah. Yeah. Literally just providing value up front, I guess, is like the overarching idea.
Yeah. Half of them are going to be like, well, you can't just give me an offer. I thought you said. I'm saying, yep, I do. I have an offer for you right now. It's ballpark. The final price is dependent on the property condition. I've already looked at your photos. I know you already asked me that. I know you want a cash offer right now, but I'm required from the buyer to physically walk the property. I'm sure you would understand somebody spending $400,000, $500,000, $600,000 probably want somebody just to take 15 minutes to walk it. That's our next step. If you are interested in selling your house cash, 15-minute walkthrough, pretty simple. I'm available tomorrow. So you just you just roll right through the objection of, I want to buy it, and say, hey, cool. Then this is the way we do it. If you don't want me to walk to your property and you don't want the cash offer, no biggie. I've got 4 other people to call. My client's buying a lot of homes and you are on our list. We are very interested. However, if it doesn't work, appointment doesn't work, I've got 5 other families to call next, and they are going to buy one of your guys' houses. If you want it to be yours, we can set an appointment. If not, no biggie.
Yeah.
You do the takeaway.
Yeah, I really like that, just because, and like, obviously you're qualifying them to see what their reason is for selling, if they would even entertain the offer to begin with. And then if they're not, then obviously someone's got to sell a house eventually. So
Exactly.
on that. That's very okay, cool. And the last question, Alex, is obviously, I reached out to you. We've never even met each other in person yet. You don't really even know me. But now that we've obviously gotten some results so far, what would you say to another top producing agent who's thinking about working with me?
I think just be open, because we get a lot of like spam, like, hey, I'll set appointments for you. I get like 5 of those a day. I'm like, do you want this appointment setting service? Just be open to talking with you, because the leads are as good as you make them. And we do get a lot of spam. There are a lot of people trying to like take advantage of realtors and stuff, but it's legit. Leads are good if you train on them. If you haven't trained on them, then you need to, right? You need to train. You need to understand what these leads are, how to work them. But yeah, I would just say be open, give them a try. I think they're definitely worth it. We've signed 3 listings in 10 days. So obviously they work. And we're in Phoenix. Phoenix is the battleground. It's like one of the most competitive markets in the country. It's ruthless here. Phoenix is mega cutthroat. If these were in like Alabama or somewhere, I would be listing every one of them. Like from Alabama, but Phoenix is brutally competitive, hyper competitive.
Yeah, and we're still seeing results. So cool, man. I appreciate that. It was cool to pick your brain, and yeah, let's keep rocking and rolling with these deals.
Sweet, I love it.